I'm so tired. I'm thinking about doing it again tomorrow. Is that stupid? Yeah, I feel stupid. But, like, that's a great spot, and the wind's just right. I feel like it's just a matter of time. Maybe. I don't know. It's going to be hard to get up and do that again, but that's what I'm thinking. We'll see if I can get up. Well, we did it. We woke up. Barely. It's 4 a.m. and it's November 12th. And I mean, there's been tons of deer on the camera. No monsters, several good ones again after last night, but there's also some unknown ones that just kind of streak through. You know, they got racks, you can't see them. Either way, I'm here to hunt, so I'm hunting. There was a small part of me. I feel like if that stand I'm in was 50 yards down the creek a little bit, I'd have a chance to shoot like almost every time at the deer that are in there. But still needs to be a shooter. I'm torn. The other stand that I hung on the other place has had a good one come by at 2 in the morning, so I just don't know. I got a west wind or an east wind today, which is good for. No, I know it's good for where I sat yesterday. I don't know, I'm all in my head, not sure where I'm going this morning, but I think I'm gonna go back to where we already were. That's where I have the camera arm, so I can put the phone on the mount and get the best footage. And there's just so many deer going through there. There could be a new buck show up anytime, and it could be a great big one. So let's make some sandwiches and let's see if we can do another all-day sit and get a big one. Try to get a big one. That's like if he doesn't have that broke G3, that's a 150-inch 8-pointer. He's no point in coming over here to fight when he's got 20 women over there, but he's running around still right now, so there's a chance he'll spin one around and bring it over here. Pretty sure that one's gonna get drawn on if he gives me a chance. That was crazy, like 12 does come running in from behind me where my truck's parked. I still see that buck, he's still over there. I'll keep my eye. Man, that was crazy. That big 8-pointer, the one that I was going to try to get in here and probably shoot, probably has 14, 15-inch G2s. His left G3 is probably 10, but his right G3 is kind of broken in half. Anyway, I seen him come running around with his finger out here, and he started going up that hill. So I was like, I'm gonna rattle at him because all these does have kind of left my area. And when I rattled, he looked for just a minute. He looked, and then he took off running. And I noticed there's a deer come up out of the bottom after him, and a bigger buck run him completely off and over the hill. So we had that 8-pointer this morning that I've seen every day. He was taking him to over there, and then the big 8-pointer with the broke G3 fought him and whooped him real quick. So that deer went over the hill, and then a bigger buck came along and whooped him. So I can't even tell what deer that was that whooped him. I don't know if it was I don't even know how many points it had. It was a typical frame, but I don't know. It's happening. It's fun to be here right now. Hopefully the morning's not over, but it could be over. But I'll sit here and wait till this evening and see what happens. Okay, I didn't get to film it, but another monster just come over the hill and ran down into that little thicket over there where those two bucks fought. It might be the one that whooped that one. He might just be coming back. But I went to grab my rattle horn to try to bring him over here, and I looked up and there was a bunch of does being chased by a little buck, and I thought they were coming in here, and I didn't want them to hit my horns at that point. But now I've lost him. I don't know where he went, so stay tuned. was the same 2 bucks that were there. Somehow they circled all the way around and they were coming from my left. I didn't look. If I wouldn't have rattled, I think I scared the doe. The doe might have been coming right into me. And there they go, and they're headed right to where that other big buck was. So, something's about to happen for sure. Okay, so I just spotted that other great big one. He's locked with the doe, and he walked up the edge way over there. And his eye guards are outrageously tall. But I think he's got 5 on his left and 3 on his right, the best I could tell. He could be a 4x3 with a short G4, but I think he's got a G4 on his left side that's short. But everything else is big, heavy, and tall. And then he just follows his doe down the edge and into the oaks. And then out behind him is one of these 130-inch 8-pointers I've seen a couple times. So that's 2 different does that are in heat. One of them's got a big broke 8-pointer behind it, with the other one that we saw every day, with the one that's been shot before. And there's a doe that's got a big 5x3 with it, with another one of our 8-pointers. So I don't think there's very many does in right now, because they've got 2 bucks on 1 doe. So, but they're definitely starting to come in, and that's going to lock them down. I have not seen Candyman or that big 10-pointer yet. Those are 2 deer I want to see, for sure. Okay, got a little bit of a development. I don't know if you can see, but they're starting to burn something over there, and the wind's coming right at me from it. And it's kind of hard to breathe. So if that keeps going for a long time, I don't think I can sit here all day and breathe that, because it's just hard to breathe. My nose will be all stuffy, and I don't think the deer will like it either, to be honest. So it's about 9:30, I think, 10 o'clock, and I may need to get down. That may ruin my plan for this evening. Hopefully it's just temporary and it goes down, but it's quite a bit of smoke. Darn it. Alright, so I went back and looked at pictures to try to identify those deer. And that great big one is Candyman. He's the one I had the very first morning or evening I sat here. And he's a 4x3, but he's got a bunch of trash on his right eye guard. So maybe I was picking that up off in a distance, but he's a monster. And then that broke 8-pointer is a really good one. But I said I didn't see Candyman, that's a lie. I saw Candyman. There's a deer right there. It's doe. They're still moving a little bit, but it's definitely settled down. I already ate a sandwich. And it's kind of cold. Okay, I just talked to Chris, and there's another stand that's just on the other side of this swell where all these deer have been going, and coming from where we're at, it's a really good spot too. But I think with this wind, this east wind, and that smoke, it's clearing up, it's not as bad. But I think I'm going to make a small adjustment this afternoon. Maybe better my chances of getting within bow range over there. So I'm going to creep over there and look for that stand, I think. Maybe. Okay. I got down out of the stand. I'm going to do a little drag. Got some drag tied to my boot here. And put some doe esters on it and soak it up. And I've got a little bit of this extra special stuff that I bought in Iowa last year. Just jinx some stuff. So I know what these bucks have been doing in the evenings. And it's seems like the mature deer have been waiting till dark to come across to me. So I'm gonna try to cut them off. There's another stand over there. I haven't seen it, so hopefully I can find it and get in it. It has a bow rope. But I'm gonna drag this drag along this little drainage swell in this ag field. Most of the bugs have walked along that. I'm gonna take it over there to me and put it just upwind of me, and hopefully that works. Let's get over there and get in. It's 10:45 in the morning. I get right here to where the scrape is, and I want to drag. There's 2 deer already standing over there. I'll make it 3. 3 deer over there now. That is less than ideal. Hopefully they move on and out. Hopefully there ain't a bug with them and I'm stuck here on the ground. Darn it. I'm just gonna go ahead and bump them off the field. It seems to be 3 does. Let's see if this works. I bet I can do this right. I'm pretty good at that. Alright, let's see if I can find a tree stand I've never seen before. Okay, well, the big buck I'm over here to hunt, I see him with his doe. And I'm kneeled down on this tree. This is not good. This is not good. Slowly bumped him with his doe, but maybe I should have stayed. We'll see. get to my quiver and get another arrow. I ranged him. He was 47 yards. And I think I put that one center mass quartered away. And I think I hear him. I think I heard him just crash and go down. Oh my goodness. My phone's gonna die. It's like 12:30, 12:45. I just got in this stand. I think that's a big 8-pointer with the rope. G3, I don't even know. It's a big one. Holy crap. Oh. I don't even know how that happened. I thought that deer was bedded down right there. I thought I jumped that deer. There, but he came from here. It might be a different deer. I don't know who it is. I don't know who it is. I hope you can see me. I can't tell whether I'm in the lens or not, but... Oh, thank you, Lord. Oh, I could tell he didn't like that first shot. He was sitting there hunkered up. Arrow went all the way through him, but it hit him way back. And he held real still, and I had 47 yards. I was able to take my time, just put my 40-yard pin on him, and I put it just a little bit high. And it popped him. It popped him good. I think I got him. Oh, thank you, Lord. God, I heard him grunt. Here he come. I did a drag, and I got my drag dripper right there. I don't know what he was doing. He was lost or something. I don't know what happened. That's got to be a different deer. I got to go back to see the footage that's got a Pro G3 on it. Because that deer was bedded over here. And I jumped him in his doe and they went that way. So how would one come from that way? I have no idea. I don't know. It must be demo. There's the stand I was in. He came from that way somehow. Here. This was not a good shot. High and back. That arrow just nothing but guts on there. Hardly nothing stuck in the tree too. If you want to know what a gut shot looks like, it's that. Looks like dirt, nothing brown. The head, you see that? Ain't too close. It's got, there you go. It's a bunch of hair and chunky meat. That's not what you want to see. There's a stand. I ranged it. I got over here, had trouble finding it. I got to 47 yards. Right here's the side of the second shot. But really stayed aim. I like seeing the blood. And I like seeing the blood up high on all this grass right here. So alright, I'm gonna get my bow. I'm gonna track him in there real slow. There's my bow and stuff. I'm pretty sure I heard him crash and take his last couple breaths. I'm pretty sure he's done. But I wanted to make sure I had good blood. I watched the video back and it's really perfect, really. For 47 yards quartered away, it's right in the middle of his body. And it should have went right towards his right shoulder, so might even got both lungs with that one, or heart, not really sure. So depends how steep the angle shot was, but let's trail him a little bit before my battery goes down on my phone. See what I can find. Hopefully he's there. See this blood? It's nice and high up on all this stuff. He's bleeding really good. It's even spraying off over there into the weeds. I'm so lucky I got that second shot on him. I'm trailing him, and I see him up there. Oh man. There he is. Oh man. There he is. All right, let's spin the camera around and see his horn. I'm shaking. Oh, what a massive buck. What a massive buck. Oh my. Look how big his horns are compared to my hand. Look at that. Look at this cool, like, turkey track thing he's got in between the G2 and the hand. How big of a deer this is. See my hand around him? Just barely get my hand around his bases. Oh, that's a big one. That is a big one. Yes, sir. Well, here he is, guys. Here he is. All his glory. I watched this deer this morning fight 2 other bucks and whoop them. And I don't know how I got so lucky to take this deer, but I decided to make a move. My buddy Chris told me there was another stand. Got there, one of the ladder sticks was broke. Didn't have a bow rope. The safety harness was broke, so it was a little sketchy. But I got up in there, did a drag rag. Wasn't there 10 minutes, and one of them 8-pointers come through with a doe. And 10 minutes after that, I heard a big grunt. Looked to my left. There's this old broke G3 8-pointer. I've been seeing him all morning. I was telling you, his G2s are just incredible. I mean, they're well over a foot long. Awesome big G2s. Great mass all the way out. Can just barely get my hands around his bases. Broke his eye guard, broke that. He was a fighter. My buddy D Banks back in Oklahoma is taxidermist. I've never had somebody fix a point, but might see if there's trail cam picture of this guy. I wouldn't mind having that back, because that's a big 8-point side right there. Ain't no doubt about it. And one of my biggest bow bucks. Might be my biggest bow buck ever, but definitely an awesome Ohio buck. Oh, I've had some close calls with some big bucks, and I'm just super tickled to have this one with my old Mathews Bow. I've been shooting this thing for 15 years or something. Old DXT Mathews solo cam, and I made a bad shot. This deer came in, and I totally had buck fever, and he was walking right out of my shooting window at 18 yards, and I mouth stopped him thinking he would stop immediately, and I kind of already made up my mind to pull the trigger, I guess. I don't really know, but I made a bad shot and hit him back, and he ran out there and stopped out in that tall grass, and I pulled out my rangefinder. He was 47 yards. I put that 40-yard pin just a little high on him, center mass, let it go, and it landed right in the middle of him and went way up and in it. And to be honest, where I shot him the second time, he didn't go 70 yards. So that second shot was what done it. The first shot he would have died probably, but it would have been a while. So I'm very thankful to be able to put that deer down fast, more humane. And I hope you guys like this video. Goodness, it feels fantastically awesome. It's a lot of work, but I love doing it. I am so passionate about the outdoors, both hunting and fishing. And there ain't nothing on this earth that gives me the feeling that the outdoors does. You can't go do it with drugs and alcohol, I promise. Like this adrenaline, what it does to me and how it fills my heart with joy. That's something God gave me, and I'm glad I found it. And I'm glad I get to do it every year, all the time. I'm thankful for every day. Lost our Uncle Jack not very long ago. Today's November 12th. It hadn't even been 2 weeks, I don't think, since we lost our great Uncle Jack, and he was awesome. And I miss you, Jack, and this one's for you, buddy. I remember shooting a big 8-pointer, and Uncle Jack shot one, and me and my wife helped drag it out. So thank you guys so much. Hope you guys enjoy the video, and I'm sorry, I've only got an iPhone. Zoom's to 6 power, so you don't get to see everything I see with my binoculars, but I try to make the most out of it. Maybe one day I'll buck up and buy a big camera or something and have something to make better footage, but probably a one. Well, if he had that right there, I think he's pushing, I think he's 140 to 150 if he had that right there as an 8-pointer. And I got some work to do now. I gotta get this guy loaded up by myself. I've got to go get him gutted and process him and check him in, do the whole 9. And I've got a beautiful day to do it. So I do want to give a real big shout out to my buddy Chris, man. Chris Meyer,
This is the second big Ohio buck he's put me on over here at Meyer Lodge. He's got some fantastic hunting up here. It's unbelievable. We sold Chris my Vexus boat and towed it all the way up here and worked out a deal where I got to hunt a few days, and holy cow, did I have a blast. Thank you, Chris, so much, and his wife, Chris, for the brownies. She's so sweet, and I'm looking forward to a lot of fun fishing trips over on the St. Lawrence River this next year. They're going to come down and visit us, so free guided trips. Guided trips are on me, Chris. Guided fishing trips are on me, buddy. I do want to give a big shout out to the Megalo deer feed. I came up here to a place I've not been, and I put this stuff out everywhere I went, and it, no doubt about it, it attracted these deer, brought them right to my Tactacam. They don't always come to eat it. It literally is a deer attractant, but it's got really good minerals and stuff to it, so when they lick it, they like it, but the smell is what brings them in. And during the rut, sometimes they're not so keyed in on food. They're looking for does, but an attractant kind of triggers a different sense in those deer. And this Megalo deer attractant, this loose mineral, it's just a 5-pound bag. It's easy. You can tote it with you into the stand, dump it out in front of you, and they really like it. I got tons of pictures, this buck included, eating this Megalo stuff, and it kept these deer around me the whole time I was here, and it gave me that extra level of confidence. So thank you to Megalo for sending me this stuff to try. It works really, really good. Highly recommend giving it a shot. I think you guys will like it. Yeah, all right, I'll quit rambling. See you guys later. Click like, click subscribe. Maybe I'll have a Oklahoma hunt coming up where I get to kill whiplash. I've been after whiplash for a bit now.